What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Alright, so I'm going to be doing a quick recording session of Dead or Alive 5 for you guys today. It's actually a bit of a funny story as to why I'm actually able to do this recording session for you guys today. I mean, it's funny in a kind of like hindsight kind of way, I suppose, sort of. But I actually ended up missing work today, somewhat by accident. So, basically, for those of you guys who don't know, I work at a shipping facility, right? Which means I have to wake up, like, super fucking early in the morning, right? And I'm just gonna be honest, I was being super fucking lazy this morning. I hit my snooze button, like, 10,000 times before I actually got my lazy, fat fucking ass out of bed. Right? So, I got out of bed, though, eventually. I got ready, got all my shit together, and then I left the house. By the time I left the house, I was running a little bit late, but I wasn't running, like, dangerously late or anything. Like, I still would have gotten there in time to technically clock in on time, for sure, beyond a doubt. Actually, still might have been technically, like, 1 or 2 minutes early. But I left the house, right, and I work, like, about 30 to 40 minutes away from where I actually live, right? So I have to drive, like, 30, 40 minutes there. So I'm already running a little bit late. By the time I get on the road, right, I'm driving about like 5 minutes down the road. And then I feel around in my pockets and I realize, oh shit, I don't have my identification badge on me. And in order to access all the systems at the shipping facility, we have to have our fucking ID badges and shit, right? Otherwise I can't access anything. And I'm like, fuck me up the ass with the cactus, son of a bitch. Ooh. So I was fucking pissed, right? Driving down the road and I'm like, fuck. So I came to the conclusion, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to call into work because, like, by the time I drive 5 minutes back home and then get back on the road, I'm just gonna be late as fuck and they're just gonna roast me. And the other thing too is, like, when you arrive late to work there, a lot of the times they'll reassign you to, like, a different area. Not as, like, a punishment or anything, but just because a lot of the times they'll already have enough people at the area that you usually work at because they'll get people to cover it or whatever. And I am deathly afraid of being sent to unload. Like, the people who unload the packages from the big semi-trucks and shit, like, that shit's fucking dangerous. Like, that shit's legitimately scary. Feel free to roast me down in the comment section for being a pussy or whatever, but I'm sorry, but these motherfuckers don't pay me enough to fucking risk my life to unload fucking packages. Some of the shit that they have those people on unload do is straight up unsafe. Like, it just isn't. No matter how cautious you're being or whatever, sometimes you're just gonna end up doing shit that's not safe. You know, that you can't account for, no matter how smart you're being or anything. So, yeah, I'm just like, at that point, I'm just like, fuck. So I'm on my way to work. I'm like, shit, I got to find somewhere to pull over. Luckily, I did not forget my phone. So I opened up the scheduling app, and luckily, they actually added a new feature to the scheduling app where you could call in to work by using the scheduling app. So I did that. I called in using the scheduling app, and then actually drove my ass to, like, a fucking, I forget what it was, a fucking Target or some shit. And just kind of sat in the parking lot for a couple hours. Because I know my dad leaves for work at like 5 a.m. and I didn't want to run into him in the morning because I didn't feel like explaining all this shit to him or whatever. So I just sat in the parking lot for about like an hour or two and hung out watching videos on my phone or whatever, and then headed back home once I knew my dad would be gone for work. But holy shit, I was so fucking pissed. Like, that sucks. I need to be working. I need to be making money. Like, I really can't afford to be making stupid-ass mistakes like that, so I really need to make sure that I'm on top of my shit. But the problem was that the real problem was that I was already in a rush to begin with, and so I didn't check my pockets before I left the house, which that was my fault. I should have checked my fucking pockets, made sure I had my fucking identification badge on me so that way I could access all the systems and shit. But nope. My dumbass just fucking forgot. And it was actually funny because like a couple hours ago they actually called me, probably to ask me why the fuck I called in. This is actually the second time I've called in like the past 2 months, which is very unusual for me because I'm usually a pretty reliable worker. Like, not to brag or anything, but I very rarely call in or just straight up don't show up to work. Like, I only do that if there's very extenuating circumstances usually. So yeah, I really need to get my fucking shit together, man. I need to get my fucking head out of my ass and, you know, fucking get my shit together, man, because I need to be making money. I need to be going to work. I need to be making money. That's the smart fucking thing to do right now, no matter what kind of physical toll it takes or whatever. Like, that's the smart thing to be doing right now, especially once automation takes over and jobs like mine will become obsolete. And then at that point, there will probably be a fucking revolution at that point, let's be honest, because fucking AI and machines are going to take over all the jobs. Then what the fuck are people going to do for a living? There's not going to be enough jobs left for everyone to go around, and there's probably going to be a revolution at some fucking point. No doubt. My biggest... If I ever got, like, the kind of, like, fuck you money, like, if I ever was, like, Elon Musk level rich, I would make it a point to create companies that only use human labor. Like, I don't care what it would cost me at that point, but I would create businesses that only use human labor and would be 100% committed to using human labor to provide jobs for people so that way they can feed their fucking families and put food on the table and shit and afford to actually live. That's what I would do if I had that kind of Elon Musk level, like, fuck you money. Like, if I had that much money, that's what I would fucking do. No doubt. Yeah, the future, honestly, is fucking terrifying when you think about it. It really is. But anyway, that's kind of my funny story. I was pissed this morning, but with hindsight, I gotta admit it was kind of silly. You know, like, I didn't end up going to work because I forgot my fucking ID badge. Leave it to multi-step to do something fucking retarded like that. Like, yeah, go figure. Who would have guessed that I would do something retarded, right? Because that's totally not in character for me, and I'm definitely not being sarcastic or anything, so, yeah. So that's my little funny story as to why I'm actually doing this recording session for you guys today, but I figure, you know what, I have the extra time, I might as well do some shit, so, yeah. Alright, well, either way, folks, that'll do it for this one, so stay tuned for the next fight, and until then, peace out.